Good morning, dear students. We have started with a chapter chemical bonding. In that, we were discussing regarding the dipole moment. In today's video's class, we will see some of the examples of molecules. How does the dipole moment is going to be vary? So, for example, here I have taken one question. With the help of question itself, we can solve the things in detail. Say for example, I have what is the net dipole moment of water and show the bond dipoles in its structure. It is the question. The same we have discussed yesterday, but the thing is we didn't write the exact value for the water molecule. When you consider water molecule, as I told you, the resultant dipole moment we can see here. This is said to be notation of dipole moment, that is from single headed arrow, and this notation indicates the electrons are dragging away from the hydrogen towards the oxygen atom. As these two hydrogen atoms are leaving their electrons towards the oxygen, the lone pair of electrons which are present on oxygen atom are also moving on same direction from where electrons are coming from the hydrogen. So all are in one direction, they are directional. The resultant dipole moment will be seen here. In this case, this is shown in this fashion. This is said to be resultant dipole moment. This is said to be resultant dipole moment, and the value comes around 1.805 debye. As I told you, debye is the unit, that is nothing but coulombs per coulombs meter. 1 debye is coulombs meter. This type of question can be asked for 1 marks in the board examination. In this next equation, they have given us 1 debye value as we previously got, that is 1.850 for water molecule, is been converted into coulombs meter. It will be coming around 6.17 into 10 raised to the power 30 coulomb meter. So this is the conversion they have given, wherein we can write the exact value in the form of coulomb meter for the water molecule, that is net dipole moment or resultant dipole moment. Next question you can see here, what is the dipole moment in the BeF2? This question we have discussed yesterday, as it is linear molecule bonded by two electronegative atoms, the resultant dipole moment will become 0 because the electrons are moving away from the atom and they are opposite in direction. When the electrons start moving the opposite direction, the net dipole moment will get cancelled here and in total it will become 0. Next equation, that is nothing but dipole moment in BF3 molecule. It is again the opposite direction movement of electron we can see here. The fluorine atom grabs this side and this is this side, and similarly this side. The net dipole moment again here it will become 0 itself. This question also we have discussed in our last video. Can you see these two structures? Yesterday we discussed regarding ammonia as well as NF3 molecule. As we have ammonia molecule here, these are said to be lone pair of electrons present on the nitrogen atom. And there are 3 hydrogen atoms, they pulling their electrons towards the nitrogen atom, and the lone pair of electrons which are present on the nitrogen are also on same direction. So all the electron cloud which are moving on same direction, it will be showing high dipole moment value than that of the NF3, because you can see here lone pair of electron, that is net dipole moment is on one direction, and all the 3 fluorine will have moment of electron on the opposite direction. When they are opposite to each other, net dipole moment is going to be varied, that is resultant dipole moment in NF3 it is 0.80, whereas in NH3 it is 4.90 into 10 raised to the power coulomb 10 raised to the power 30 coulomb meter. So if you compare these two, NH3 will be giving us high dipole moment value than that of NF3 molecule. Okay, in our last class or last video, we discussed regarding the Fazan's rule. We have defined that Fazan's rule, according to the postulates, if you consider, the covalent character is going to be introduced for the ionic compounds. We discussed regarding the cation as well as anion. We have concluded smaller the cation, larger the anion, more will be the charge on them. So more will be the covalent character than the ionic character. Here, there are some factors which determine the percent covalent character of the ionic bond. Such question can be asked for 1 to 2 marks. See here, as we discussed with the help of diagram, size of the cation and anion makes most important part for the ionic character introduction. Ionic character is going to be lost or it is going to be decreased due to increase in covalent character. When it is going to be increased, size of cation must be very small, size of anion must be very big. Then only it is possible that the covalent character can be introduced. And see here, charge on the cation also. Charge on the cation must be very small and charge on the anion must be very large. Smaller the cation, bigger the anion, more will be the polarizability. Cation polarizes anion and anion will be get polarized by the cation. So dear students, now let us begin with the most important part of the chapter, VSEPR theory. VSEPR theory, if you expand it, it is referred as valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. We all know valence electrons. If you consider Na, it has 2 electrons in the inner shell and 8 electrons at the, 6 electrons at the outer shell. You can consider atomic number 11. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here I will be having one more electron, that is 11th electron, which is considered as valence electron. And with the help of valence VSEPR theory, that is valence shell electron pair repulsion theory, we conclude that only this last valence electron will be participating in the bonding. And with the help of this VSEPR theory, we can also check out what is the shape of molecule. The first postulate given is, here it is, geometry of a molecule is going to depend on the valence electron. Okay, and with the help of this VSEPR theory, we can also check out what is the exact shape and geometry of a molecule. And this theory mainly explains on the basis of bond pair, lone pair, bond pair, lone pair criteria. We will be having a molecules with a bond pair, lone pair and bond pair, lone pair also. How does the distortion of these electrons is going to seen, as well as what are the lone bond pairs, or what are the main electrons which are considered to be showing highest priority for writing the geometry. So these postulates what are being given here in a sentences can be made clear by just considering the example. I will consider examples one by one and I will explain each and every point with that. Okay dear students, before we start VSEPR theory's postulates, first and foremost, we need to understand regarding the lone pair and bond pair. I have written here some of the points to make the things clear. Lone pair is nothing but these are electrons which are not involved in the bonding. Say for example, you have ammonia molecule NH3. On nitrogen, we will be having one lone pair of electrons as it is, which do not involve in bonding. These are said to be non-bonding electrons or lone pair of electrons. Then I have second type, that is bond pair. Bond pair is nothing but we have hydrogen atom here bonded by nitrogen with the 2 electrons each. Hydrogen has given 1 electron, nitrogen also have given 1 electron here. So this NH bonding is considered to be bond pair electrons. Like this, we have lone pair of electrons and bond pair of electrons in a molecule. So one more example I have written here regarding carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide carbon is bonded by 2 oxygen atom. The oxygen atom which possesses 2 lone pair of electrons are said to be non-bonding electrons, whereas carbon is directly bonded to the oxygen with a double bond, then they are said to be bond pair of electrons. So total bond pair of electrons for this carbon atom, if you consider, I'll write here in detail, check out. So I'll write here, do concentrate. We have carbon atom, okay. I have oxygen atom, right? Here also I have oxygen atom. this carbon is bonded by two oxygen atoms. Okay, so now this carbon atom has given 4 electrons. It has given 4 electrons. Even oxygen also have given 2 electrons each. Now, if you consider bond pair electrons for this carbon atom, if you consider bond pair electrons for this carbon atom, we can write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So, bond pair electrons for carbon, they are considered as 8. Okay, like this we need to check out how many number of electrons, bond pair, lone pair are present in a given molecule. Like that, can you see this example H2S hydrogen sulfide? Here you need to know how many bond pairs are present and how many lone pair electrons are present. Very easy it is. Just count the bonded electrons. 2 hydrogen are bonded by 2 electrons. Okay, so for sulfur atom there are 2 bond pair of electrons are present and there are 2 lone pair of electrons are present. I have written here 2 lone pair and 2 bond pair electrons are present. Okay, according to VS-EPR theory, I will explain you the things in detail. Let us consider ammonia molecule. We all know ammonia molecule has 1 lone pair of electrons. Always remember, lone pair of electrons will have highest repulsion. They will show highest repulsion than that of lone pair. Lone pair repulsion is said to be highest than lone pair bond pair, bond pair, and lone pair bond pair repulsion is more than that of bond pair and bond pair. I will show you by considering the diagrammatical representation. You can see here, let us consider one more example, that is oxygen molecule. Okay, that is oxygen molecule bonded by 2 hydrogen, water molecule. Here initially in nitrogen we were having only 1 electron pair, that is lone pair. Here you can see there are 2 lone pair of electrons are present. We can show them in this fashion. Okay, so here these 2 lone pair of electrons which are present on the oxygen atom, they will show more repulsion. They will show more repulsion because electron, they will have large space to accommodate in the they will accommodate large space, so they will show highest repulsion. As they show highest repulsion, these bonds will come closer to each other. These 2 bonds come closer to each other. So due to that lone pair repulsion, these will be coming closest to each other. That is called as lone pair repulsion. That is called as lone pair repulsion. Remember, always lone pair repulsion is highest than that of lone pair bond pair, and finally bond pair shows very less repulsion. This is most important point you have to remember. Okay, so far we discussed all are considered to be a postulates for VS-EPR theory. Now, with the help of VS-EPR theory, as I told you, geometrical shapes of molecules can be identified. So, geometrical shapes of molecules predicted by VS-EPR theory into 2 categories. That is, molecules with a central atom which has lone pair. Initially, we had considered ammonia. In the ammonia, nitrogen is said to be bigger atom and it is central atom. Central atom may have lone pair of electron, or bonded atom also may have lone pair of electron. So first category, that is considered as molecules in which central atom has no lone pair electrons. Molecules in which central atom has no lone pair of electrons. Second category, if you consider molecules in which central atom has 1 or more lone pair of electrons. One kade ಏನು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರ, ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಶೇಪ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾಟಗರಿ ಒಳಗೆ ವೆನ್ ದ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ 1 or more lone pairs, then what is the shape of that molecule can be identified. I have a list of these that is geometry of molecules in which the central atom has no lone pair. We are discussing regarding the first category of molecules in which central atom doesn't have lone pair of electrons. So you can see here AB2 type of molecule. If you have AB2, at the center I have A molecule and it is linearly bonded by 2. AB2 type idag nodri hydrogen if you consider H2O andra oxygen molecule middle ittu O E type idaga, that is referred to be linear. But in case of water molecule linear irbekagittu, but it doesn't possesses linearity because oxygen at the middle has lone pair of electrons. Avaga condition change agtiti. We are discussing here regarding the geometry of a molecules of a central atom doesn't have lone pair. A anno atom enaitala doesn't have lone pair. See here, we can consider AB. The geometry of a molecule will become ಲೀನಿಯರ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಲೈನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಲೀನಿಯರ್ ಫ್ಯಾಷನ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್? ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ 180 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ. Examples are also there, BeCl2 and HgCl2. Check out for the second category, that is AB3 type. AB3 type will be having trigonal planar structure. This is said to be a plane of a book. On the book we have all the three atoms bonded to the central metal atom, right? So BF3 is the example for that one. What is the shape of a molecule? Shape as well as geometry of a molecule will become trigonal planar. Likewise, we have third type of classification which is referred as AB4. In AB4 you can see we have central A atom and we have 4 atoms are directly bonded. In such case, it is referred as tetrahedral shape. Methane molecule you have seen, no? Methane molecule shows a tetrahedral shape. That is, if you have a fan, ceiling fan in your room, it is the fan in the ಏನirtavalla panka anta ಏನirtavalla avuna just ನೀವು bend ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ they will be on a same plane, but if you just bend them, then that shape is referred as tetrahedral shape. And the bond angle for all the tetrahedral molecules, it is 109.5 degrees Celsius. 5 minutes. 109 degree 5 minutes it will be. So example they have given here, that is CH4 methane and NH4 plus ammonia cation. Then we have next category, that is AB5 type. AB5 in the sense A is the central atom to which 5 atoms are directly bonded. Then the molecule will show trigonal bipyramidal. Trigonal bipyramidal is nothing but here arrangement of electrons you can see here. So this is first atom, second, third, fourth atom, and it will be having fifth atom also. This is B atom. So if you consider bond angle for trigonal bipyramidal, then it is 120 degree. And from linear, that is straight, you will be having 2 bonds, A, B bond, this is also B bond, that angle will be 90 degree Celsius. 90 degrees it is. It is referred as right angle triangle type of a shape, and we can call it as trigonal bipyramidal. And example you can consider PCl5. So I will show you here with in a paper PCl5 shape. You can consider phosphorus at the center. Okay, so we have Cl present on upper side as well as below. Then see here, I have next type, that is here you have one Cl, here also you have one Cl, this is also one Cl molecule. Just join them each other. Now this shape of whole molecule is said to be trigonal bipyramidal. This is bi, 2 atoms are above and below. This is trigonal in the middle. Trigonal bipyramidal will be the shape for PCl5. What is that? Trigonal bipyramidal is the shape for PCl5 molecule. So can you see this one? Next category, that is geometry of molecules in which the central atom having one or more lone pair of electrons. Initially we considered some of the examples wherein we do not have lone pair of electrons on the central atom. In this case of second category, we are discussing about the second category. In this second category, we doesn't have any lone pair of electrons present on the central atom, but the lone pair of electrons may be present at the atom which is joined to the central atom. Okay, so AB2E type, if you consider number of bonding electrons and number of lone pair of electrons, we are discussing here. So at the center I have A, B are two directly bonded and lone pair of electron is shown here. That time it is said to be trigonal planar. The arrangement of electron is seen that it is trigonal planar, but the shape is different from the arrangement of the electrons. Due to lone pair repulsion, they will repel, these lone pair electrons repel these two B atoms. Then the shape will become bent shape, or we can also call it as V shape. V shape or bent shape, one or the other same. Say for example, I have here SO2 molecule and O3 molecule are examples for bent shape of the molecule. Likewise, if you consider AB3E type, in AB3E type, number of bonding electrons are 3, number of lone pair of electrons are 1, and here you can see 3 atoms are bonded directly to the central atom, that is in the geometry, in the fashion of tetrahedral. But the shape of a molecule is becoming trigonal. And example is NH3. It is said to be somehow trigonal, it must be, but due to lone pair of electrons on nitrogen atom, it will become pyramidal shape. We can't see the electron cloud on the nitrogen atom. See here, I'll show. This is nitrogen. We have one lone pair of electron present on nitrogen atom. Then we have NH. This is HH. Okay. So when this is the case, we can see repulsion is more between lone pair and bond pair. When repulsion is more between lone pair and bond pair, such molecule will be showing us pyramidal shape. We can't see the lone pair of electron, or we cannot consider the lone pair of electron while writing the shape of a molecule, and it will be somehow existed in a pyramidal shape. Okay. So next example, if you consider here, that is AB2E2 type. AB2E2 type will be having 2 lone pair, 2 bond pair. And if you consider, A will be having 2 lone pair repulsion. This is lone pair, this is also lone pair. Repulsion will be very high. Then also it will show bent shape, or we can also call it as V shape. Example is water molecule. I have taken the example for water molecule. Similarly, I have AB4E type, wherein 4 bonding electrons and 1 lone pair of electron. You can see the structure here. A is bonded by 4 atoms. So, it is said to be trigonal pyramidal. Seesaw structure we will be considering, or seesaw shape. Example is SF4, sulfur tetrafluoride molecule. Dear students, do concentrate on this question. This is most important question. On the basis of this one, 100% you are going to get the question for 2 to 3 marks. That is, predict the shapes of beryllium chloride, BF3, CH4, NH3 and water molecule on the basis of VS-EPR theory. By glance of BeCl2 molecule, it is said that Be, that is central beryllium atom, has got bonded with 2 chlorine atoms. So we can see here there are 2 bond pair electrons are present. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 pair of bond pair electrons are there. Similarly, there are lone pair of electrons are present on the chlorine atom also. So we can say that BeCl2 molecule with a Lewis dot structure, central beryllium atom results in the molecule, that is 2 bond pairs. in the outer shell, and the repulsion between these two pairs causes the molecule to be linear. This is linear molecule. Electron pair repulsion from this side, also electron pair repulsion from this side causes the molecule becomes linear. And at last, it shows the geometry, that is linear geometry. And the bond angle you can consider here, it is 180 degrees. Okay. So next, if you consider the example of boron trifluoride BF3, so it shows us trigonal planar shape. I'll show you how does the trigonal planar shape is shown by BF3 molecule. When you consider BF3 molecule, number of bond pairs will become 3 and number of lone pairs are 0. There is no any lone pair present on the boron, either on the fluorine atom. So geometry, it will be showing us kind of trigonal planar. It will be showing trigonal planar. The structure is shown here. It is trigonal planar. So now you consider methane molecule. So when you consider methane molecule, it will be having number of bond pair electrons. Number of bond pairs. Pair andra 2 electrons seri 1 pair. Second pair, third pair, fourth pair. There are 4 pair of bond pair electrons are present. So geometry is somehow should be, the bonds must be retained in the right angles to each other. But if we consider the geometry, it is said to be regular tetrahedral geometry. Bond angle will be 109.5 degrees, 109 degrees or 28 minutes also we can consider. This is the bond angle. And methane molecule shows regular tetrahedral geometry. This we have discussed in the chapter hydrocarbons also. So total number of electrons, if you consider here, bond pair and lone pair. Bond pair is 4, lone pair is 0. Bond pair is 4, lone pair is 0 and it is 4. So it is sp3 hybridization. It will be showing sp3 hybridization, 3p and 1s. So p character will be more in case of methane molecule. Likewise, you can consider ammonia. See here, ammonia molecule, as I already discussed, there will be a presence of one lone pair of electrons. Due to lone pair repulsion, these hydrogen atoms will be coming close to each other than in methane. Initially, methane was showing us 109 degrees 5 minutes, but in case of this one, still reduction of the bond, that is they are coming closer to each other, it will show bond angle, it is 107.5 minutes, 107 degree 0.5 minutes. And shape wise, if you consider, you can see here, shape of a ammonia molecule, it will be turns to pyramidal shape. And because we cannot consider lone pair of electrons, number of bond pairs are 3. You can see here NH3, 1 2 3 4 5 6, 3 pairs are there. Number of lone pair, it is 1 present on the nitrogen atom, and the molecule shows pyramidal shape. Okay, so up to here it is clear for you all. Check out for the water molecule. Water molecule has geometry. Generally it would have been a linear geometry, but due to these 2 pair of electrons, which are lone pair of electrons, repel these 2 hydrogen atoms strongly. Due to that repulsion, you can see here, initially for methane molecule it was 109 value. Now next for ammonia it was 107. Now for this water molecule, due to 2 lone pair of electrons which repel these 2 hydrogen atoms, so largely these 2 hydrogen atoms will come close to each other, and the bond angle will be turns to 104.5 degrees. So if you consider here lone pair and bond pair of electrons, there are 2 lone pair of electrons and 2 bond pair of electrons are present. And according to VSEPR theory, water must have tetrahedral shape, but due to higher repulsion it shows kind of V shape or bent shape for the structure. So this is about the water molecule.